Up. We seem to be live. Yeah, I think so. Okay, stream about setup. I have no clue on what I'm doing. Okay, thingies just went off. Am I early? You are. It's been 30 seconds. Okay. It's been exactly 30 seconds. I've just went live. That's the health bar, isn't it? Okay. To reset data. Totally granular? Would you suggest, Victor, would it be a good idea for me to just reset my data and then go in blind again? Because I am not too... What the hell was that? I'm not the only one who saw that, right? That was Johnny? Oh yeah, that's Johnny, yeah. You said something about an assist mode? Hello, Mr. Beetle. Hello, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing good. Yes, in the settings. How do I... Okay, that just takes me to the menu. How do I open the settings? Okay, that's not the button. Hello, Mr. Beetle. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, I have a flashlight. Let me look it up. Thank you, thank you. I'll just start pressing buttons until something... Was that the hood irony? Oh, I've brought up... Okay, it's that menu. That's inventory. Played a lot of Silk Song today? Alright. Oh, is that it? That little guy in the corner? Oh. I've got two little guys in the corner. Hello, Rap. I've been expecting you? Yes. Expect the expected. Welcome, oh, welcome. We're playing more Garn. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what the point of this one is.
Oh. Okay. Does this, like... Is it not going to say that again, or... I don't know where Garn went, by the way. Garn sort of just went off into the, wilderness. I scared? Yeah, me too. There's a dead cat, I think. Why is their face in the water? That I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about a lot of things in this game.
That's your attack. It can push things sometimes. That's
Okay.
your Q blast. Always try it when you go into a new room.
Garn went somewhere. Can you play Cinder? I think, yeah, I figured it out. It was, H. That's it. I forgot which way Garn went, so I might just restart it. Hang on. Ooh. Okay, yeah. We have Garn at least. That's Drilly. Okay, so that's Drilly, our helper. Also, why is Garn missing, like, their eyes? Okay, this is Car. Why is Car missing their eyes? I noticed that. It's quite ominous. Hello, required. I'm assuming you meant good day. Why is he floating? Yeah, he just sort of does that. He floats. He's like,
My bad. I'll help you later.
Oh. Has black eyes. But it's not even black eyes. It's just like... He has no eyes. Like, his eyes have been... like, removed from his sockets. That's what it looks like. Is this a new file? No, this is continuing off from last time. Oh. Okay. How do I interact with you? Okay. I don't think it's that. Oh. Superstructure. Oh, I can see through. I fell asleep right after your stream. Oh, from earlier? Oh, it's this room. Oh god, oh. There's Garn. Thank you, Victor, for the hand heart. Thank you for the hand hearts, I appreciate it. Let's go. Okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. Welcome, Ted. Welcome to the stream. What is this? This is Garn 47. Okay. I think I remember this, Victor. Yeah, we were in the underwater bit, and then Garn was over here. Hello, Echo. Welcome, welcome. Do you remember me? I remember you from earlier today, Ted. I remember from this morning's stream, or this afternoon's stream. Come on, Garn, if you're... Is this Screaming Cat thing game? Yeah. Oh. Oh, this... I remember this. This is where I got stuck last time. Oh. Need some,
Hit me with E to get a boost.
I can't see. I can't...
Wee.
Okay. I might be fucked already. This was it. This is what I got stuck on last time, because it was... Hello, Java Dev. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I thought you're fully switched over to Twitch now, aren't you? Oh. I remember... Oh, Seagull. The boat guy. Yeah, the captain. Hang on, is he still here? I forgot this. You got Shadow the Hedgehog. Or Sonic EXE. I don't know what this was about. I feel like this has got to break some sort of... TikTok is gone for good? Fair enough, man. It's nice to see you on Twitch at least. Welcome to Garn 47. It's the Fever Dream game. I don't know what is happening. Sonic EXE or Shadow the Hedgehog or some sort of thing is here. Okay, yes, there's like an invisible barrier. Guess what? What's up? What's up, man? Oh god. Oh, whoa, whoa. What just happened? Ah! Okay. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. What's up, though, Jabba? What's up? Oh, it's Game of Impending Doom. Yeah, no, it's... You get Impending Doom. Okay. This game was coded in Blender, by the way. Are you being, like, serious? Or is this, like, sarcasm? I can't tell. I actually had the best day ever since breakup. I actually feel amazing for once. Oh, man, oh, it's nice to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. I'm actually glad to hear that, man. That's actually really nice to hear, though. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Literally dancing right now? Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that, man, because I remember you telling me about it a couple of weeks ago, but I'm glad to hear you're doing better, at least. You say you're dancing. Have you got any music playing right now, or just dancing to the vibes? Because me, personally, California Girls is a pretty good thing to dance to. Wait, so this actually is coded in Blender. I didn't realize you could... How does coding in Blender work? Yeah, Metal on Full Blast? Oh, that's nice then. Is that the song you were on about the other day in the Discord? Because you were saying how it was a band, or like a song you were listening to. I remember you brought that up in the Discord I saw. Okay. This looks like it was coded in Blender? It does have the look to it, yeah. Listen, it's not about how the game looks, it's about how it plays. And that's not very well. I'm listening to Will Not Break by Disturbed right now. Okay, I don't think I've heard of them, but you know what, hang on. Let me put that on my notes app. Will Not Break, okay. Is Drilly asleep? Drilly is the one in the bottom left, right? Drilly is here. But just, I don't think you guys can see it on TikTok. It's perfectly off screen, I think. What button is it to activate Drilly? Okay, it's not that. I'm not listening to Labubu music. Oh. Is there a way to get it to, like, talk, or... H doesn't seem to be doing much.
Blub, blub, blub.
Blub, blub, oh. Blub, blub. Is Drilly asleep? Drilly doesn't seem to be asleep.
Wee.
Okay, there's purple over here, I remember now. Come on, car. Oh, don't be tired! No, you evil little thing! I can't see. Oh no, I can't see, chat. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown! This game is so confusing. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know. Like, this game... It's like, I don't know what this game is. That's... Why you die? I don't think you're supposed to do that. No, you're right, you're right. Press E on the car to get a boost. Okay. Am I supposed to go for purple over there? I'm assuming so, right? It's like locked. I need to find a purple button, don't I? Oh shit, oh shit, I'm stuck on the poorly coded ramp. My dad is annoyed at my brother because he said he like him. I think I have to go. I'll see you around, Ted. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh my god, okay, the door knocking does not help. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you around, Ted. I'm really sorry to hear that, though, man. That's really shit to hear. Why is it? I don't know. The water didn't help. That I have to admit. Because it's hard for me to visualize where I have to go. Like, I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. Hey, Garn! Okay, I'm dead. I see there is a purple... There is a purple door. Because it's like the red bit where we went to the red button. We pressed the red button over here and it opened. I just don't know where the quote-unquote purple button is. So... Yeah. I forgot to bring Garn into the water.
To everyone watching the stream currently, I hope all of you have been hydrating and has eaten some yummy food and had a good day overall.
That was very nice of you, Rap. That was really nice. Yeah, make sure to stay hydrated, chat, and make sure to keep being awesome. Garn is the MC. Oh, so we're Garn. Yeah, okay. Blub blub. Okay, this I remember. Oh, you stupid little... Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a Garnhead?
I have to admit, I'm not too sure. Oh, what does the key do again? Mario 64. It does have that vibe. I guess just sort of like the textures and how the game is. Okay, that key opens something, right? Do you like how weird this game is? Yes and no. I love the creepy aesthetic of it, but at the same time, I don't like how this game is so strange to the point where I don't know how to play. Like, it's hindering my ability to play the game because I don't know what the hell is going on. And it doesn't help that when I'm in the water, it becomes
That's
so...
the average Garn experience.
It becomes so pixelated to the point where I can't understand where I'm looking or what I'm looking at. Why are we playing this? Why are you playing this? Oh, because Victor suggested it to me. And now that he's here, he can help me play. To an extent. What was that? Okay. I don't know what that was, chat. In terms of... Yeah, I like how weird it is in terms of like graphics. Like, it's definitely quite different. A seagull? I don't think that was a seagull. Oh, where does that key go? Can I suggest Labubu Funk? Now, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't think we're going to be listening to much Labubu Funk. I do apologise. I know you're devastated to hear that. Tell that cat to stop yapping. Listen, cars allowed to speak, okay? Listen. Oh. I know a game we could recommend. Okay, what game do you know? Is this a fake wall or oh? Oh wait, hang on. If we go this way, this looks new. Play Heavy Rain? Isn't that like a PlayStation game?
I'm tired.
Like car speak. I can click things, can't I? I don't know if that does much. This game was hidden inside a Friday Night Funkin' mod. The more you beat the game, the more songs you would get. Oh. Alright, I have a game idea. Like a game to play or a game to make. The first 10 minutes you get to see. Oh. I don't know if I could show that on stream required. I do apologise. Or I should make a game. That'd be a great idea, chat. What if I make my own video game? Ooh. That would be kind of peak, I think. Don't pee? Is that what that's supposed to mean? What? Yes. What kind of game is that? Well, it's a game where you don't pee, obviously, but like... Please do that. Please... What, please... Oh, please make my own... I've always thought about making my own game, because the idea is... What the game be about? I'm not too sure of what I'd make a game about. Aha! Open Sesame. We didn't get this far last. Oh no, that's horrible. I don't know if you guys can tell. The mouse is so, like, slow all of a sudden. How's the subway station? The subway station's going good in Minecraft. It's going pretty good. Dude, I'm putting my mouse across my whole desk. I have to lift it back up again to, like... You can tell that I'm, like, picking up my mouse and moving it. Okay. It's really low. Oh, my jumping is... It's, like, really... zoomed in as well. Oh my god. Okay. I just opened a door. To look at... Why does he look like that? 5 nights at Ori Titans. 5 days at Ori Titans. Oh, that's true. Is this got depth of field? This game has depth of... Am I just finding this out now? Okay, I don't know what that meant. Oh.
Wee.
Oh, wait, it's Ban Ban? Isn't that like Garn of Ban Ban? Oh, the fuck is that, dude? Dude, what was that? I saw that thing.
Wee.
Chat, am I not... Am I tweaking? Okay, let's just re-summons it. Am I... What do we do here then? This door leads to nowhere. Unless fake wall. Or am I... Is something on the ceilings or walls? Yeah, try picking the table up. Ooh. That's a good call. Can I pick up... By trying to like... Okay. Don't think that was supposed to be... Yeah, I can't seem to pick anything up at least. Can't seem to... Okay, I don't think that was the... What about that other room? Did I maybe miss something? Like behind the boxes, maybe? I don't like the wood. It looks so, like, detailed and not detailed at the same time. It's actually... I feel like the how do I word this? Was the developer in a normal state of mind while making this game? Or was the developer on any sort of magical substances? Because
Wee.
I don't think this is a game normal people make. Can you sing Bohemian Rhapsody? I don't know any words to that. I do not remember the last time I listened to Bohemian Rhapsody. I do apologize. Try putting Garn in a wall? Like, no clip it? Yeah, it doesn't seem to do much. Oh, pressing R restarts me. It puts me back over here. Okay. He was eating squid ink while making this. Squid Games?
Wee.
If I, like...
Wee. Wee.
Yeah, because there you go. There's the black eyes there, but, like... He's not got black eyes. He's just... His eyes are, like, missing from his sockets.
Wee. Wee.
Legs are called? Garn's legs have got a specific name? Can make one with an old version? I've thought about it before, but it's kind of hard to like manage a Minecraft server with playing on an old version. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. You need to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody again? Oh. What do I do here? The creature. Oh, what just happened? Am I done here? Victor, am I supposed to go anywhere else after this? Or... I've opened the red door. And there's nothing here apart from that weird creature. So I'm not actually too sure I'm supposed to go now. I need to listen to Bohemian... Yeah, that's true, to be fair. Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay. Yeah, chat, I'm too sober to play this game, I think. I think I'm like, yeah. Mamma Mia? Oh. Drink something then? I only have an energy drink. I feel like that's gonna make me more aware and awake. I think that might be worse for this type of game. You know what? Fuck it. Energy drinks. I tried, Oh. I got a new, or not new, it's new for me, I guess. I tried, you know the energy drink brand Relentless? It's my first time trying one of those energy drinks, and I got fruit punch. It tastes kind of like Haribo's. So, yeah, there's that, I guess. No one in my family drinks. Oh, it's put me all the way back here. Oh, no, you're new. I can't jump, can I? Unless... Ooh, oh, hang on.
Wee.
Okay. I'm back because I went to home, but I'm not feeling up to chat right now. Hope you have a good stream. It's all good, Ted. I hope you feel better soon, man. It's all good. Just take as much time as you need. Back in third person? Yeah, and we're back in... Oh, I think we're in hell. I think we're in hell. not go this way anymore? Can we not go into the depths of hell? There was that hole in the ground, I guess. What if we just had to see that disappearing guy? Oh. What about the weird giant Garn hell place? Is this like a normal experience for us, or is this... Ooh. What's up over here? Absolutely nothing, okay. Oh, are our eyes glowing? Oh, that's because of flashlight, isn't it? Into the hole. Is this a credit scene, or am I supposed to press something here?
Something looks different.
Press N. Oh, okay. Arrows plus shift? Oh no! Please don't. How do I close this? Oh no, how do I get rid of this? Is it E? How do I get rid of this? I didn't read the button to get rid of this. Okay, press N, okay. I don't like how it said shift and arrow keys to move the camera. Oh my god. Press Q to detach? Oh, is that us? Why are we a cat? Oh, I guess... Oh. Dude, this is the worst control scheme on the planet. This actually is, like, the most... You just have to find a green guy. That's car with 2 R's. Oh. Oh, we're back in hell. Where's the...
Something looks different.
I don't like this. This actually is, like, a nightmare. This kind of reminds me of Zelda, like the open worldness. This game is such a fever dream. Okay, that's me running. Top of the mountain. It's like, yeah, death mountain. Look at the campfire. Can we even climb this? It's a pseudo open world game. I don't think I've ever heard a game being called... I guess the open world part of it's true. We just go anywhere, I guess, but... I don't know if we can climb that. It definitely does feel very open, I guess. But, like, scarily open. Yeah, no, this game, it's like got a ton of lore, I think. Oh. There's a house over there. Can I... What happens if I climb the fire? Okay, I can't die. Apparently that would be too evil. This kind of unsettling, if I'm honest with you guys. This is like... Really... Is that a maze? I can't tell if I'm getting closer or not. Okay, yeah, I am. What is that? Okay, I have a flashlight still. I forgot that. It doesn't seem to actually do much. Okay, the orange lava. Don't fuck with how this looks, right? Yeah, no, it's really kind of follow the yellow brick road. What was that? What was that? I did not like that one bit. I heard that, like, from behind me. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. That's Car's sister? I can... I see it again. Dude. What? Oh, Car is Car's sister. What are these things then? These little ghosts. Oh! I got killed. I lost half a life. Okay. Yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Those are Phillips. What's a Phillip? Okay, if I turn around in time, they go away. Just a Phillip? I don't like the noises they make. Do you stream every day? Yeah, I try to do daily streams, and sometimes I'll stream like multiple times a day. You're making amazing progress? I don't like the sounds they're making. Ooh. What is this? Why does this ball have serious... Look at the ball, it's got like squash physics and stuff. Okay, do I go? What just happened? Am I not supposed to do that? I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I actually have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay, what does this do? Hello Olivia, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good today. Welcome. We're playing Garn 47. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing we sort of parkour away. Can we move the arrow keys at all? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's our inventory. Okay. So, if I'm guessing, car's gone missing, right? If I had to take a guess, you should play Gordy? I don't think I've heard of that game before. So, what's the point in... Go to the map, what just happened? Oh, no, if I just... Oh, no. You played Resident Evil? I've played Resident Evil Revelations. That's about it, though. I was, oh. I look away for 1 second and I get killed by something. That's for zooming out my character. That's not zooming out the map. Can I even do that? What? Is there just orbital missiles now? Okay, you said the arrows on the map. Gotta dip and vacuum the house. See her trying to get mad playing this? I'll see you around then, Javadev. I'll see you around. Hope you have a good day though. Oh, I can't see. Orbital strike. Yeah, actual orbital strike laser. But yeah, the one I played was Resident Evil Revelations, and it was on the
I haven't seen this in a while.
Nintendo 3DS. Right, so I press space and it takes me all the way back here. Okay. 3-hour ARG analysis video. Are you streaming on Twitch and TikTok? Yeah, I'm streaming on both. Are you an angle because you're cute? Thank you, required, but you don't need to say that. It's all good. Oh, I see. I've got 3 out of 5, I'm guessing that is. Okay, if I just... There's 21 people watching you. Oh. That's a lot of people watching me play this of all games, I guess. Oh, where am I? Have I been here before? This looks mighty confusing. Okay. Oh, this map is this map accurate? There's gotta be something in this maze, right? Am I going insane? Let's see. Oh. All roads leads to Rome or something. Okay. There's nothing in there. What's the point in that if there's gonna be nothing? You don't even need the bloody maze, do you? Just go around and bam, it's fine. Alright, I just know thrice for games this. No. I don't usually thrive for these kind of games. I'm gonna be honest with you, these type of games give me nightmares. There are 5 endings? I hope we get a good ending at least, because I've tried to be normal. Or good, or something. Can we even go this way? I'm too busy looking at the map to even see where I'm going. Oh yeah, no, you've got that. You've got the weird aliens. Okay. I have to go through the maze. Do you know required? I do. You're required, buddy. You're required. Oh, this is what you were on about. Required. Oh, I can see the thingies on the map. Oh, dude, that's actually kind of terrifying. See, being on the map is kind of better, I think. Oh. If I make fan art, will you see it up in the Discord? Yeah, I'll be able to see it. You put in the art channel when you get the chance. Pixelated games are low-key scarier than up-to-date graphics. Yeah, because I do agree with you. I find like pixel arty, like horror games and stuff are quite scary sometimes. And this game is quite something. How do I submit? Edge, post it in the art channel in the Discord. If you just post it in the art channel, I'll be able to see it in there. It's called Art Showcase. Oh, have I done this right? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, almost fell off the edge. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, okay. I'll do it like this, chat. Watch this, watch this. Bam! Ooh, oh, I fell off the edge. Oh no, is it gonna put me all the way? Okay. Oh, I panicked, dude. I thought I'd be all the way back at the start of the game. Watch this. Arla Bob again? I have no clue who that is. Oh, I've hit that. More Bob. More Blob? Who is that? Oh. Oh, parkour? Game that you press space on? Oh! Okay. But don't press space, just play it. Oh, see, I thought I completed that. I guess not. Okay. I'll need to go find that again. I don't know if it was at the same spot. Does it change spot, or... Hello, Game with Glitch. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm fine, chat. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm A-okay. I'm A-okay. Okay. We're fine. Jesus. I almost fell off so much. Oh, I have, haven't I? Right at the end. Right at the end. Or you can move your cam. We can't move our camera here at least. Or no. What kind of sentence was that? Oh, yeah, the camera just follows around. What is this game? This is Garn 47. That's what we're playing. Alright, do you know my last name? I do not, no. Sorry to disappoint you. This kind of reminds me of a game I used to play on PS3 called The Blob. That was a fun game. Ooh. Ooh, come on, come on. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, pro gamer chat. So we've got one more to find. And I've just done that. God, I wish there was a way to zoom out. Oh, it's gonna be this, isn't it? Up Death Mountain we go, chat. Up Death Mountain. Do you know Car's last name? I do not know. I just died without a save? No! Oh, that's quite tragic. That's happened to me before in games. It's quite annoying. I hope it doesn't set you back too far. Is this going round in circles or is this actually going up? I can't tell. Let's just hope. Do you know Car's last name? I do not know. Oh. Bruh.
Start digging in your butt, twin. What?
Bruh, hello Hydra, welcome. Oh, welcome to the stream now. It sent me back an hour? Oh, crap, that's a lot. I'm sorry to hear that, that's not good. Hello Hydra, hello. Oh, crap, oh, Ooh, we're not fell off. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Ooh, okay. We're fine. Ooh, I don't like the laughs. Doing so well. Bro, why am I getting called a nerd? What have I done? Don't, Ari, don't fault hang. I won't. I'm gonna be chill. Aren't you guys the nerds? You sit there and play skate? That's a nerdy thing to do! Oh, I fell. See, what if we blame that on that one streamer? I'm playing hide and seek in the dark. I'm it? Oh. I wish you luck then, Henke. I wish you luck. Playing hide and seek in the dark would... Planning to do a playthrough on... No, yeah, that is true. I haven't tried the game yet, but I bought it on Steam. But I'm planning to stream that. I could possibly do that one tomorrow, actually. Rude boy. Okay, you jumped in my stream calling me a nerd. Hello, Brandon. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing as a red ball. One of the characters? Oh. Is it the strange looking guy, who's the, Okay, I thought it was a ramp. Who's like the picture on the game, or... Are you from Terraria to Minecraft to the ball? No, okay, that's fine, I guess. I was gonna say, if it was the strange guy on the cover of the game, that would be quite crazy. Bruh, maybe don't be saying that in the chat, Hydra. That is crazy. I gotta go to the gas station, you're coming with me? Oh. My Wi-Fi is glitching, you keep crying out? I do apologise. Oh. Listen, Hydra, he could be here, you know. Because on Twitch, if you ban someone, they can still watch your stream, they just can't chat. So what if he's lurking and he saw it? You've said that. Yeah. If he saw that, we're fucked. Well, actually, I don't know. He doesn't exactly have anyone who's going to come after us. Now he's a freak. Okay, that's true, but we all knew that already. What if who's lurking? Joe. Joe Mama! Ooh, snap. Get owned. Sorry, Brandon. Didn't you play Doom? No, I've not played Doom before. I might play the original Doom at some point. Like, that would be kind of... Oh! Okay, we've just went all evil and falling. No, I'm so sorry, Brandon. I'm so sorry. Please come back. Dude, we're just a purple cube now.
See you in 4 years. I'll miss you. Bye.
What? Is this Conan the Mighty Pig? But I'm just a cube? Now you're playing Garn? Dude, what am I supposed to... Oh, okay. What did I miss, dog? I don't know, Rab. It's Geometry Dash. Geometry Dash if it was good. Welcome back though, Max. Welcome back. Okay. See, this is like, is this an evil version of the game? Oh, do we go in the tower? Now you're playing Garn 47? Wait, is this it? Is this the credits? You should stream Undertale? I think I found a way I could possibly stream that now, so I do want to try it at some point. I don't know if it would be too interesting for some people, but it would be quite cool. Oh, finally? Okay, yeah, there's Mctendo. Hi Mctendo, hello. This is the New Beginnings ending, by the way. It says you can make 47 friends. I already have 47 friends. And he says, oh, okay, bruh. Is Deltarune connected to Undertale, or like is it a completely different story? Well, I've got my Sony camera, I'll start making an ARG. Oh, I've accidentally started recording. They're both set in the underworld? Okay, so it's not connected. Okay. It's different stories, same characters. Nice to play Undertale first. Okay, okay. I'll consider checking it out then, because I think it would be kind of a cool thing to try. I know the music. It's like an RPG game, right? Like gameplay-wise. Oh, we get a thank you screen. Can I... So I can see more? No, I can't fly. Okay. You decide the ending? Okay, okay. Kinda random? Oh. I know there's the sort of thing where you play as the little thing and you're like dodging the attacks. I know that's to do with Undertale. Is that us? Is that Garn? Your streams are so cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ted. I appreciate it, man. Do you like chocolate chip cookies? I think they're good. I think they're pretty good. I haven't had any in a while though, but they're pretty good. Press escape or enter. What game is next? Apparently this is just one of the endings. Oh, giving items.
You should press I right now. Hey hey.
What does it say? Press what? Press I. That's like little badges.
Follow me.
Okay. I have no clue what I'm doing. Do we have a map on here? It's collect badges? Oh. Why is the hamster speaking Japanese? You have a fun value which is randomized, leads to what happens or not? Actually, are you actually going to play Undertale? Okay.
Where is Garn's legs?
Ooh. We've just been sort of deep fried. Garn's legs? Our legs are like tied together almost. Oh. Yeah, that like you can see the bottom of our legs. They're sort of like tied together almost. It looks like. Okay, so when we... They're more like wheels? Oh. We've just sort of died. Oh my god. Oh. The light? Oh yeah, sorry chat. Sorry for the flashbang. Who's Garn? We are Garn. The cat is called Car. Okay, I don't think we're supposed to do that, chat. Juice Galaxy vibes? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I do apologize. What are these little... Are these collectibles? Why aren't you following the cat? Because we've already done that ending, or that
I
part of
hope
it.
car finds you, not the one in game.
Oh. Are you just saying you want me to get hit by a car? That's just quite evil.
Totally garnular.
Oh my god, that's... I wasn't expecting to say that. See, I didn't realize I was collecting these coins. Totally garnular, chat.
No, that would be totally garnular.
Oh.
Totally garnular.
Oh my god, dude. What the hell? Oh. I like how the coins can hit each other. It's like a knock-on effect. Oh, it leads you to endings. Okay, probably like... It was this way then. Oh. It's probably in here, right? Oh. Chat.
I think we talked enough.
Oh.
I
Who
am
are-
Car.
Yeah, he's like, his eyes are missing.
I am Car. We should go get my map. We should go get my map. I think we talked enough. I'll be there too.
Oh, is this game? Oh, we already done this, didn't we? Yeah. Let's control W. Yeah.
No.
Okay, what do we do here again?
Good. Good.
Oh, do I just click the...
7.
Fuck are you on about? Oh, do I click all of them?
Good.
Carmen! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I kind of panicked there.
Don't talk to Car like that or he'll run you over.
You can make it up this ramp, right?
Me.
I'm not sober enough. Oh, we found this last time. Remember this? This was the like the fan art area. Yeah. Okay. I remember because there was a YouTube super chat somewhere. Hello, Hunter. Hello. When's the next MC stream? Probably tomorrow.
No.
Will we stream Minecraft tomorrow? That's true. Okay, that's the exit there. Over here. I remember there's... Yeah, this room. I remember this room. Music. Yeah, there's the Minecraft one. I remember this. That's quite unsettling. Okay. It does not look like a cat? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Look at this. This is deniable proof that it looks like a cat. Car. Oh. Has it just been cars hit by a bowling ball? Okay. Bruh. Poor thing. Garn 47. Why is he smoking a joint? Is that Bowser? Car. Basking ball? Kind of. It's a bowling ball. Yeah, quite tragic actually, but oh well. Why is Car so tall? Thank you, Victor, for the basking ball. We do love the basking ball. Let's go. Evil fucked up third eye. Oh. Real friends are the ones we basking balled away. Have you watched Cyberpunk? Yeah, Cyberpunk was really cool. That's quite scary looking, okay. But yeah, I really like Cyberpunk. I thought it was really cool. I like the pixel art one here. This is cool. Ooh, that's bright. Purple guy from FNAF. Oh my god, it's Terraria! So retro, OMG. See how people love the game? It's cool seeing all the fan art and stuff, yeah. Is that Garfield? Garfield, oh my god, dude. Oh, that's sick. Oh, okay, that's actually really cool. There's an apple. It's really cool seeing all the fan art and stuff. My name is Car. I can barely read some of these. Thank you for all being my friends. Oh, that's really cool. I hate Mondays. This one, yeah, where'd the box art go? PlayStation. So this was just hidden inside another game then, this whole time. And then it was, this whole game's made in Blender. Oh, I saw this last time. Yeah, this is like, oh, you can't really make out a lot of the text here. This is really cool though. Look at the cat memes at the bottom there. Is that the squash from Plants vs Zombies? Why is that? Oh my god. Okay, that's really cool. There's more fan art over here. Oh, that's got like a weird like... Ah, it's cool actually. Thank you. Oh, is that an Etch-a-Sketch? Okay, that's sick. Oh, is that another clue? That's cool. Another Etch-a-Sketch. A lot going on here. How many Garns are there? 47 apparently. Okay. Okay. Would you rather be etched or sketched? That's true. I'd rather be sketched. I'd rather be sketched, if I'm honest with you. It now has 48 friends. Okay. Has an earring and the fake VR chat model doesn't. Oh. Is that the earring? Oh yeah, there is, yeah. Some of them have it, or some don't. Huh. What's this one? I'd much prefer if you bothered my brother instead. I'd much prefer if you bothered my bitch ass sister instead, you prick. Oh my god, Jesus. These are really awesome. If you were etched, then you'd be lasting longer, you know? Oh yeah, but... I guess that's true. I didn't think of that, okay? Oh my god. Is that car or is that... Jesus. But being sketched would hurt less? That's true. What is that? I don't like that. No. No. I don't like that one bit. Or that. Oh, bloody TikTok. Gotta verify that you're real. Okay, there we go. Oh. Oh, my camera's gone. Okay, there we go. Oh! Sonic Hedgehog isn't him, his name is X. Okay. But it clearly is Sonic the... It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog model, right? Or is it just like a... Okay, that's cool. Skateboarding. No, it's X. I don't think I'll understand. Oh my god, it's Car Kart. Car Kart. That's actually really cool. Nuh-uh. Actually... Oh, why does he look like that? I'm blind? I'm deaf? Oh. Wanna be a ref? Go ahead, go ahead. That's... okay. I think it's because you're using a virtual camera. I get it now and again. It's like, it comes up on TikTok saying, like, it's to verify that I'm not real, but like, it's like an inactivity detector, and it makes me do like one of those jigsaw puzzles. If I don't do that within 5 minutes, it pauses my stream. No, he's quite distinguished. He's in a suit and tie. He's less distinguished. He's even more less distinguished. Oh, he's got shoe. Oh, wait, that's the bloody Friday Night Funkin' thing, isn't it? Why does Car have no eyes? I'm not too sure, because I thought it did have eyes. I didn't end up getting the PC yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Echo. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you get it soon, though, man. Do you play Animal Jam? I'm not too sure on what that is, if I'm honest with you. Want to order online, but it's all good? Okay, that's fair, yeah. I hope you get it soon, though. The balloons! He canonically has no eyes, but in the VR chat model they give him eyes for some reason? Oh. Yeah, because it's weird seeing it like in-game, because in-game he's got no eyes. But I know like the, I'll put this in the general chat. Oh. I know in the GIF and stuff. Yeah, like in all the GIFs and that. It's got like the really enlarged eyes. Oh. See him more with the eyes? Without the eyes, didn't recognize him? Yeah, it looks almost strange to see him without the eyes. It's fake, non-fan content? Oh. So it's a lie? Oh, I know, we've just been here. That's the exit. Oh. A gas station would buy CDs? Okay, okay.
And remember, you can press H to call Drilly for extra help.
Okay, okay. So this is how we got him last time. What's that green thing? That's Drilly. As to context to what that actually is, I'm not too sure. Thank you for everything, you've all made me very happy, I appreciate all of you. Oh, that's really nice. Nice little message from the developer. That's actually really sweet. Aww. I forgot we can kind of fly. Maybe we can fly somewhere. I didn't think about that.
Ooh, what's this?
77 XT, Ryzen 7 8700F and 32 gigs of RAM. Ooh, that sounds like a sick PC to be fair. That actually sounds really cool to be fair. Hello, it's Pumpkin, isn't it? I remember your name was like Freya, but welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Welcome.
That's your attack. It can push things sometimes.
How are you? I'm doing pretty good. We're playing Garn 47 today. As to what actually goes on in this game, I have no clue. But we're doing pretty good though. Welcome. Can we go anywhere from here, or is this all just like a... I see that at a distance. This is sort of like a horror game, I think. I think it is.
Also, before you go, take a look at this map.
Oh. Thank you for the 40 roses. Thank you so much for the 40 roses. I really appreciate that, Pumpkin.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know what the point of this one is.
Oh, let's go. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's go. Ooh, there's a desert house here. How many days is your MC world? I'm not too sure on how many days are in the Minecraft world. I know we've had the world for a couple of months now, since March. So it's been quite a lot. Oh, it's him? Who is him? Who is this guy? It's just a random image of a guy. I finish work in winter so I can watch your streams more often. Alright then. Oh, nice to be seeing you again. It's been quite a while to be fair. But I hope you're doing good though. I hope work's been going well for you. Do you know what Half-Life is? I do. I played Half-Life 2 before. How are you? Or, what does that say, Rob? I thought it said how are you. Hello. You just came back and I see that man? Oh, don't worry about it. He's just the man. The air outside smells like winter. Yeah, it's already getting like winter. Like, it has been cold lately. It actually has been quite cold recently. Thank you, Pumpkin, again for the 99 roses. Thank you so much for the roses. I really appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you so much for the roses. What does this building do? Ooh. Ooh, it's like a desert in here. Ooh, okay, don't look at the bright light. It's Halloween? Well, it's Halloween, yeah. It's soon to be Halloween. Thank you for the heart me as well. Thank you, Pumpkin, I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the heart me. Into the ceiling okay, we can't go in the ceiling. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. I don't know what purpose this building serves. Yeah, Halloween's quite nice. I really like Halloween. That's why I themed the Discord all Halloweeny, because it's a favourite like holiday. Are you in Egypt? I think so. Where's Dave? I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have much clue on what I'm actually doing. Because I know Car's gonna go to the same spot as last time. Halloween is better than Christmas. I do like Halloween quite a bit. I like Christmas, but I do agree Halloween is quite a bit better. Going on a pumpkin patch on Tuesday? Alright, I hope you enjoy your time then. That actually sounds really cool. AMD or Intel? I use AMD at least, or now I do. We don't really celebrate Halloween? Oh, that's a shame. It's not, like, often. It depends on, like, where you are and what's it called to celebrate, I guess. Some people in the UK celebrate it, while some are just, like, more of like a... Oh, it's like a kid's thing, I guess. I don't really celebrate the actual day of Halloween, but, like... I like setting up decorations and stuff for it, I guess. Whoa! 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 Whoa, what? No, not even kids here? Oh. Damn, that's... I didn't realize you guys didn't celebrate it. That's a shame, man. Inner attack button? Yeah, it's the E button. Are you means for a galaxy? Okay, bro. Nvidia or AMD? I'd say it depends. Cause what's it called? Oh. Like I've got Nvidia GPU right now, but if I were to buy a brand new one, I'd probably get AMD. Thank you, Pumpkin, for the 19 more roses. Thank you for the more roses. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
E button is my favorite button. It's just the way it is. E button.
Oh god. But yeah, thank you for the roses, Pumpkin. The hamster that speaks Japanese is chasing me and shooting me. What is that? I have no clue if I'm honest with you, man. There's a door. Am I supposed to, like... Oh, I see something in the sky. Oh, what is that? I can't tell. Oh, that's a hamster poster. Okay, oh. I am gonna be. I'm really sorry, Ted. I can't read that. Talk to her. Yeah, okay. I think I understand now. I think you should talk to her at lunch. I think I understand what that's supposed to say. Yeah, I think you should try talking to her at lunch then. I think that'd be a good idea. Was that a flying egg? I don't even know at this point. Oh. Other viewers? We've got people who are like a bunch of different ages. I know a lot of people, what's it called, who watch the Minecraft stuff seems to be a bit younger sometimes, so I try and be a bit more family friendly, I guess. But other times some people are like a bit older. What do I do here? Hello Manos, hello, welcome back. I had KFC today for 3 weeks of none, best day ever. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed it there. Try to be as a stretch. Okay, bro, I'm family friendly on the streams. Ted, I think you're too young to be using TikTok, man. That's... No, you really are too... So I have to go. I'll see you later. I'll see you around, Pumpkin. I'll see you around, though. I hope you have, what's it called? I hope you have a good day, though. But yeah. Ted, you should probably, what's it called? I was born in 2020? I don't think you were born in 2020. If you were born in 2020, I'd make you 5. Is this an ARG game? I believe it is, yes. This is an ARG game. As to what it actually is as an ARG? Code Temple. I'm not too sure. Oh. Oh! Oh! I gotta do something here. Shit, what do I do here? Okay, there's no timer at least. I need to... I need to check something, chat. I need to... Okay. Okay. Ted, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I think you are quite a bit too young to be watching the streams. Are you in the Discord at all, Ted? I'm not too sure if you... Yes, okay. Ted, I'm gonna need you to be honest with me. What's your Discord username? Okay, I think I found it. Okay. Yeah, I'll handle it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, Ted. I'm gonna have to ban you from the Discord. It's just for the server safety, just because we can't have, like, it's quite literally like Discord terms of service. We cannot, like, let people who are that young in the Discord server, okay? I know you're using TikTok and stuff. I'll just say this much though. You shouldn't be using TikTok at this age. I know your parents have let you and stuff, but, like, you know, it is against most app rules and stuff. And, you know, like, you can get your account bans for, like, being too young. And you probably shouldn't be, like, saying that to, like, strangers on the internet as well. So I'd say you should probably talk to this about your parents. Like, you seem like a chill dude and everything, and you've not done anything wrong. It's just, your parents should be really keeping an eye on what you're doing. Alright, I'll see you around, Ted. For your page, what I miss? It's been a while, Void. We're playing Garn 47 today. For his own, yeah, like, it's for his own safety, that's true. Can we break this? Can we break that? See, it's stuff like, okay, I know he's gone now, but it's like stuff like that is why I've tried to make the community more friendlier and stuff, because, like, obviously, like, this does happen, like sometimes people join and they're too young, and, you know, if our community wasn't so, like friendly, then, you know, that would be quite bad, I think. So that's why I'm trying to make the community more friendly, more, like, family friendly, and more PG and stuff. Hello, Amir, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome. Guessing it's a parkour game? It's, what's the word you said, Victor? Pseudo open, yeah, that's it. Pseudo open world game. Do I have TikTok? I only started using, like, TikTok when I was, God, I would have been, like, 14, I think. But that was back in, like, 2018. That was a long time ago. But I started TikTok like when it like first started to become like when it was first called TikTok. Like it switched from Musical.ly to TikTok, and then it was like the hit or miss and all that stuff. That's when I started using it. You missed cracks on the benches? Oh, the benches? Okay, let me go back and check. Over 5 months I left? Oh. I remember, I used to use it quite a bit to be fair. I do remember this though. I had a friend called Jacob, and he was one of those people who were like, TikTok's for normies. You know, you shouldn't be playing it, you shouldn't be using it. TikTok's for normies. He's like one of those people. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Real gamers use YouTube. You think you're gonna play Minecraft your next stream? Yeah, I'll be playing Minecraft my next stream. I was playing it earlier today. I can't since music was thinking it for assist. Yeah. I know in the UK a lot of people are obsessed with it. I never got the appeal myself, but I used TikTok. Cause like when TikTok was sort of like Vine, I guess, or like the next version of Vine. I just played my Xbox. I got my first phone when I was 10. I'll say right now, I was way too young to have a phone. But I was mainly just watching like YouTube on it, and then like messaging family on Facebook. That was about it. 10. Well, it's not like it wasn't a. This was like years ago, so it was like it was like a crappy Android like phone that I had. But yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh, what are you? Why are my hands by my head? Turn-based games? I don't mind them. I know Pokemon's like a turn-based game. How did your parents get you that sort of device? My dad like had proper. He was like keeping up to like what he was just keeping an eye on what I was searching and stuff like that, and keeping an eye on like what I was doing and stuff. So obviously I wasn't like looking at things I shouldn't be and stuff like that. Have you done the Enderman pixel art? I have not. I do apologise. I've not done the Enderman pixel art yet. But yeah, my parents were quite smart to like keep an eye on like what I was looking at and monitoring the stuff I was doing. Is this Grind? I think it is, isn't it? Why does this say I shoot children for fun? What? Oh, okay. My parents supervised, but somehow missed the worst of it. Oh. Sorry to hear that. I shoot children for fun. Why is that in the house? Oh, is that a child getting shot? What? Might join the Discord just for the community. It's a chill place, to be fair. I keep up to date. I keep like streams up to date and stuff like that, and it's pretty. You shoot. Okay, I don't shoot children for fun. No. I mean, that's old news, bruh. Oh, that is Granny. That actually jump scared me a bit. I wasn't expecting to see a Granny PNG. Listen, I don't shoot children for fun. That's not true. Update my PC and stuff. I mean, that's fair, yeah. Okay, no, I don't kick pregnant women. No, that's a lie. No, that's... this is a lie. It's being spread. This game is a fever dream? It actually is, to be fair, yeah. We've got Conan the Mighty Pig, we've got Granny, we've got collab. See, you think Fortnite's, like, cool with all of its collabs? No. Garn 47. That's where the collabs are. What the hell is this? Oh, I can enter its... Have you ever tried Gmod? Yes, I have thousands of hours of Gmod. I've got almost 3,000. Oh no, I've got over 3,000 hours on Gmods. This is... It's not... Yeah, no, that's... We've just entered... Oh, it's a spaceship! Okay. Oh. I thought we entered his... behind. Have you ever tried streaming? No. This is your Q Blast. Looks like you can't do anything with it yet. Can you use a no, this isn't a pirated copy. This is a legit version of the game. What is this? Oh, pirate copy of Gmod. I think that should work. I don't know if you could play servers on it. Alright, hello CDs Invalid. Hello, welcome to the stream. Don't know who you are. Don't know who you are. Oh, that's just a teacup, isn't it? It's called Garn 47. That's the name of the game. Okay. I like the lights. The lighting in this place is cool. What's over here? A person 22. Are these like supporters or something? Is this like a Patreon supporter bit? It's actually cool. Get Garn? Can we pick up Garn? Where is Garn? No, where's Car? That's it. Oh. What just happened there? I mean, spammed in my DMs about the server? That's crap. How's it holding up like? Actually makes car noises. Oh my god. Oh. I was trying to run you over. That's quite— oh no! Every time I try to join a link, if you just Google Ori Titan Discord server, that should work. It's to do with TikTok Void. So if you just Google Ori Titan Discord server, then that should work. That's good. Now I'm being spammed because someone died in lava and wants me to give stuff. Oh, that's not good. Is this like FNAF Ultimate Custom Night? Do I just enable— is that SpongeBob holding money? What do I do? I don't know what I'm doing, chat. Ledger can't roll back inventories. Yeah, it's a bit, that's why I kept, keep inventory on. It's a difficult situation. I'd say give the guy some stuff to help him, like, not be broke. But I'd say don't give him, like, all this stuff. I'd give him, like, some iron gear and help him to get back. But I think after that, I'd say turn on keep inventory branding, or, like, something like that, just because it can be an iffy thing. Even gravestones can be a bit iffy sometimes. Am I supposed to defend myself from this, or...? Turn down the game? I don't know how. I do apologize. There's no volume settings. Volume mixer. I have to just do Windows. Okay, there we go. I've told them we can turn on keep inventory, but they don't want it. Everyone says no. Oh. That's a bit iffy then. What is happening? I'm not too sure. Can't you do it in TikTok Studio? I think so, but that might also turn me down. I'm not too sure. It's their own faults. It is. I agree with you. Yeah. It just sounds like they're being iffy for the sake of it. Wait, so Victor, am I supposed to lead them towards me, or what am I supposed to do here? Is this point the exit? Let me look it up. Tower defense, okay. We'll just start this. Is it like first one to reach me? they're not really leaving that spot. Oh no, orange is... Oh no, orange is going back. I know there is mods, Brandon. I don't know if you're using mods or if you're using like plugins. Oh no, you said ledger, so you're using mods. I think there is a keep inventory mod where you can have it so it sets it so it's like keep inventory, but it's only your hotbar and armor. So that might be a good thing to possibly look into. So then, like, if someone dies, they would keep everything in their hotbar and they would keep their armor, but they would lose the stuff like in their inventory, if that makes sense. Oh. That could be so. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to find it on like Modrinth. Trav guy wins. What should happen? They move randomly? Yeah, they just sort of move randomly. Back on the spaceship, I guess. Zone select. Okay, what about cool autumn forest? Oh. To space chat. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. 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 I don't know what it says. Have I just got I think I've just died. By the looks of it, both server can be quiet and active. Yeah, that's what it's usually like. Hello, honey. Welcome to the stream. Oh, be nice. Oh, is that what it says? What's this game called? Garn 47. Okay, I need to move because it's going to come back. Oh. Do you think my 1080p 60Hz TV is good enough for a PC? Yeah, that would be good enough for a PC. Ooh. That would be good enough for a PC. This is a horror. I don't know what it actually is, honestly. It's kind of like got horror vibes, but it's...
We're sitting around a campfire. We should tell stories.
This game is apparently an egg-like, like roguelike, but instead of powers you collect collectibles.
And how he scraped his elbow trying to climb a tree. First, we were walking around in the forest. Then my friend saw a really big tree.
Thank you, thank you, honey, for the harmony. Thank you for the harmony. I do appreciate that. Oh. Thank you for the 4 gold populars as well. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll see you around, Amir. Hope you have a good day. Thank you, honey, for the gift, though. I do appreciate that.
Then he got stuck, oh no. But then he grabbed another branch and he wasn't stuck anymore. He kept going up and up and up. Then suddenly the branch he was standing on broke. He fell and hit the ground. I ran over to him. And I was worried, very worried, oh no. But he was fine. He told me he had just scraped his elbow. I put a boo-boo band-aid on his elbow, and we kept walking through the forest. He learned a good lesson that day. Never climb really big trees. Hee, that's my story.
Oh my god, my things... Do you see the thing behind car? The sign? Yeah, that's... What does this sign say? Oh, wow, hang on. By Flumo's brother. Gotta climb a big tree. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the one thing you're not supposed to do here. How do you have the frame like that? Oh, my stream layout. It's something I made myself. It's just, hang on, let me show you. It's just an image I made in Photoshop. I should probably turn the game up now. Oh, nope, hang on. God, the game really didn't like it when it's just an image I have made in Photoshop. It's just like a little, like, bordering image. And then the background is just, like, it's my gameplay, but it's got a bunch of, like, filters on it in OBS. No. Where is it? Window capture. Is this it?
Oh, fun fact. Canonically, Car created this world.
Oh, Car created this world. Like, the world of the campfire, or just, like, the whole game? But yeah, you can see all the filters there. It's just, like, a bunch of different... filters. So you got like an orange filter, CRT filter, I think that's the blur. And then this one's like another sort of, this adds like the sort of TV staticky sort of shakiness. Although I don't think I need that one. Oh well. And then the gameplay goes over the top. So gameplay goes in the middle. And then top goes to the still PNG image. Yeah, it's actually really cool. Oh, I can't see. Oh. See, these two characters look like they're from completely different games. Elephant, thank you, I appreciate that. It's a really cool stream. Oh. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, I thought I was like glowing white eyes in the distance. Oh. Oh. It really just sort of glows. The car noise and the screaming noise is actually so funny. Does this go up by itself? Or do I have to... A Gmod with fans? I might possibly do a Gmod stream or something. I've streamed it before. Be nice. Oh. Oh, that's quite disturbing. Where else should we go? Ooh, the cold, snowy planet. See, this spaceship is lovely. We're going places, chat. When you is he okay? Winter is approaching. Yeah, winter is approaching. Oh.
One of Car's aliases is Stupid Bishamoth RFKR.
Chat, he's just fell off. What's he doing this game? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not actually too sure. We've already completed it once. We've gotten one of the endings. I still don't understand the point of the game. I can't even get up to... Is this a monitor? Is this a Discord call? That's a Discord call, right? We're on a desk. Yeah, because that's like a drink with a straw. Concept
Discord
by...
call of the creator making the game in Blender.
Oh, so the game was made... Oh yeah, I remember you said that. Oh, so is that what the sharing the screen is? That's them making the game in Blender. I still can't believe that. They made the game in Blender. I'm back, alright, so yeah. Oh, welcome back, welcome back. I really don't... Oh. And, oh, I'm gone. Car. Check what games he has on his PC. I'm gonna be honest, I could not read a thing on that. Off we go, car. Into space. You should play Fortnite. I've streamed Fortnite before. Okay. He has got the spaceships, like, in the way. I can't make a single symbol out. It's not even... It's a laptop. That's why I can't get up here. It's a laptop. There's no ramp to get up, though. I see TF2. Wait, do you guys actually? Oh. Dude, I don't know what TF2 looks like. I don't know how you guys can make any of this out. This is like pixels. Oh. Oh yeah, I can't. Fourth and bottom? Okay, middle, wait. Like... I actually can't, like, yeah. Is it the orange one there? I don't actually, or is it the one next to it? So, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's too pixelated. The Discord call is easier to make out because it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's what a Discord call looks like when you're sharing your screen. I think it's cool how they've recreated their setup though. They got the laptop and the like second monitor and stuff. I think that's really cool. You're my favorite streamer? Thank you, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, we fell. What is this?
Surprise you to know that this game was created as a SHT poster first.
That doesn't surprise me, yeah. This game's made as a shit post. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, the cat's just spinning. Oh. Oh, we're in the desert now. Oh, hello. It's drilly, isn't it? God, what is this place supposed to be? ADHD cat? Yeah. Very hyperactive. Oh, hang on, I found something. Oh. Concept by Curie... I don't know how you pronounce that. House model. Oh. Oh, it's like... Oh, I don't like this. It's like isometric, like... Oh. It's Garn's house? Oh. Oh, this is like really freaky because it's the same control still. How do I get out of isometric? Or am I stuck like this? Is that Dexter? I don't... Is it Dexter? Oh, let me... It kind of looks like Dexter. Oh. Okay. I found out how to get out. High five? Thank you. Oh, I'm stuck in isometric again. Oh, what's down here? Oh, I think, Oh, it's you. It's always so unsettling. We didn't even hear, like, the scream that time. I was looking forward to a stream, so thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But alright, I'll see you around Rampage. I hope you have a good day. Cat is my spirit animal. Very hyperactive. Very hyperactive. Oh. Oh, it's like nighttime. You can hear like the... It's not... Is it grasshoppers or like... I don't know what you call us. Oh. Where even are we? There's like ramps and stuff. Can we... Oh, we have no flashlight. Okay, I can't see up here. Okay, there's something. An old forest? Yeah, Car's the cat. Yeah, Car's the cat. Oh, can I make up here? Yes, I can.
Currently make sure to hydrate and eat food if you're hungry because I care about the community.
Oh, that's really nice of you. That's really nice you're up. Hello, Noodle. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing... more Garn 47. Welcome to the stream. Oh, thank you for the heart, me. Also, his dead sister. Oh, that's quite sad to hear. Thank you for the heart, me though. Welcome, Noodle. Welcome. Oh, and I've done over. Garden of... No, it's not Garden of Banban. This is... Oh, we can... Can I play his car? Can I not move? Can I... This is skateboard area? This game freaks me out.
Nerdori, he fuck him.
What? What have I done, Rap? That's just mean. Bruh. Thank you for the go popular as well, Noodle. I do appreciate that. My Discord profile is Halloween themed, but my TikTok one isn't. Should I start doing it?
Press Q to play as car.
Yes, become Halloween themed. Okay, press Q. Oh. Oh god, this is really... This does not feel good. This is what I was on about. This game is interesting, But the controls sometimes are so bad that it's like motion sickness like inducing. How do you even find this game? This was Victor. Victor recommended me this, so that's why I'm playing this, because he suggested it to play on stream, and he said that it was free, so... Not me in the corner. It is. So it's a free game, which, you know, I'll take a free game, but like... Do I know what's going on in the game? No, I don't. I do not know. Oh, okay. Okay, watch this, chat. I've played skate. I know what I'm doing. Watch this. Skateboarding. Whoop whoop. Oh, watch this, watch this. How many endings? It's got multiple endings, I believe. Oh, we're on the spaceship now. Oh, no. What's up there? There's something up there, chat. Just watch Dextro. The first thing I see when I open my phone is a cat skateboarding. Yes. Oh, look at that, dude. I managed to get through there. Let's go. I feel like I got thrown into a black hole and this is the alternative timeline. This is the good timeline, okay? Where did you find this? This was on, was it itch.io, I think it was? Oh, I'm stuck looking into a wall. How do I get out of this part? Do I press restart again? Oh wait, I can accelerate. Okay. Okay. It's just tweaking about. Yeah, no, he's tweaking. That's true, yeah. There's a lot of tweaking here. Ooh. Come on. What's up here? I'm gonna help my dad paint, but I'll see you around then, TP. I'll see you around. You're practically the TikTok version of Corey X Kenshin. Isn't he like a... I don't know. He's a horror game streamer. I don't know if I'm Corey Kenshin. Thank you, though. I guess that sounds pretty good, though. What do I do? How do I leave? I don't want to, like... How do I get back in the ship? Because normally I would use car to, like, massacre me. But that doesn't seem to be an option this time around. Crap, I might be stuck here, chat. Yeah, menu doesn't do anything. Is there an edge to jump off? We don't take fall damage. Oh, I can fly. No, I can. When are you showing your face? Don't plan on it. Do not plan on it, I'll say that much. Okay, come on, that's surely gotta take me. You can show mine instead? Sure? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like 2 million subs? I don't think I'll be getting to 2 million subs though, or I won't be getting for that for a while. How do I get out of here? Victor, I'm stuck, I don't know what I'm doing here. This place is too dark and it's cold. How are you doing though, Noodle? I hope you're doing good. Did you get 2 million on your short face? No. Like I said, like I don't want to do anything like what's it called? I don't plan on doing something like, oh, if I get this many followers, I'm gonna do a face reveal or do this, go do this, because it's disingenuous to like you know, the stuff I make, like the content and streams that I make. Like I don't do vlogs. I just wouldn't show my face in the vlogs if I ever done vlogs. Finding work has been kicking me in the ass. Sorry to hear that. What's it called? I hope it gets a bit better then. I hope it's not too bad. how do I get back up? Am I stuck here? I had to check something? Okay, welcome back, Victor. Do you know how to get out of here? Because I'm kind of stuck. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't think I'd ever do a face reveal for like anything like that because it's really disingenuous to like who I am as a content creator. Because like I don't show my face in videos or streams, and to do it just for like I've hit 2 million subs, then it's just sort of seems fake. I guess. Because I don't plan on ever doing like streams with my faces and stuff. What if you get 50 million? See, that's the thing though, if you're naming a higher number, that's more likely to make me want to do it less. If that makes sense. Gotta get glasses soon? Alright, that's pretty epic. I forgot you actually wear glasses. About 10 billion? There's not even 10 billion people on the planet, is there? What about 1 follower? Well, technically, I've already shown my face to Noodle, so there you go. Yeah. There's my 1 follower. Seen my 1 face. Yeah, because I always forget you have glasses. Chat, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do here. It's never been your main goal, views or... Yeah, like, it's not a goal for, like, subs or stuff like that. Like, it's not supposed to be like a... Oh, you know, if we get this many followers, I'm gonna... thingy. But yeah. Yeah, there's a picture of my face, yeah, that's true. Sorry, down when I went in? Okay, welcome back then. I have no clue. Oh. Do I just alt tab and like kill the game? Because even like the main menu button isn't working. When I do restart, it just... Okay, yeah. Alt F4. Oh, that's quite... Just having like no game on the screen is actually kind of unsettling now. Oh. Think you should go play Minecraft? I'll be playing Minecraft later. I'll be playing it later tomorrow soon.
You should press I right now.
The Void stream? Yeah, we're in the Void. Oh.
Follow me.
Oh, we're all the way back here. Many streamers don't show their face? Yeah, it's not something that's like a main focus for me, at least. Like, I don't really care about face reveals or anything. Is that a cockroach? Who's that? There's a random guy on a cockroach. What? Oh, hang on. Is that a dev? I'm not too sure. Okay. Goodbye, good night, have a good stream. I'll see you around then. I'll see you around. Tario's expensive? Must be Sir Pillow. I'm not too sure who that is. Busy questioning the game? I'm trying to Google the wiki. Nope. Anyway, who needs the wiki when you got a spaceship? I don't like how we... Oh! Is it boarded up now? Can we not enter? We can't enter the spaceship anymore, chat. Oh, that's tragic. Oh my god. God, this game, you have momentum in this game. You actually... Ooh, hello. Where do you go? Oh, if it's a cheat code thing, you might be right, actually, Rab, yeah. Oh, is this like... parkour? Oh, okay, red button. Do I fall in? I have no clue what that might have done. Oh. I don't know what that's supposed to... That was quite scary, actually. I didn't like that. I'm not going to do that again. That actually scared me a little. Conan the Mighty Pig.
Hello, Conan.
Oh, let's go. Oh, he's just kicking me around. Take care, man. I'll see you around, Void. I hope you have a good stream, though. No, I hope you have a good night. Sorry. I hope you have a good night. Conan. Yeah, we love Conan. Oh, there's the hamster. Oh. Can I do anything? No. Yeah, it's a cheat code thing there. Low-key regret changing my user. I recognize your profile picture. Your old username was Rangers, wasn't it? How's bro still live? This is what's it called? This is a different stream from earlier in the afternoon. So I usually do 2 streams a day. Last time, earlier I was streaming from like, was it like 1 PM to 4 PM roughly? And now I've been streaming since about 8 PM I think. It's almost 10 PM here. I love the physics though. I know this game is janky, but like the physics of like sliding around and stuff, that's really cool. I like how you have like momentum and stuff. Daniel Larson guy? Who's Daniel Larson? Isn't like that guy on like TikTok? Oh. Do you like Iron Brew? I think it's pretty good, yeah. Chat, I think I've messed up here. I think I've the name rings a bell rap. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I'll just leave it. I want to see what happens if I fall or not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can reset it. Okay. How do you get the old SMP? If you're in the Discord and you want to download the SMP world file, it is in the there's like a downloads tab. Hang on. What's your username? Chroma? I'll ping you in the message. But if you just look in the general chat, I'll send you over to the, what's it? Down. If you just look in the general chat, I've like tagged the downloads channel. That's where you can see all the world downloads and stuff. How many SMPs has been there? So right now we're on the 3rd SMP. So we had the first SMP, and then we had the 2nd SMP. So yeah, we're on the 3rd right now. 3rd's going pretty well. I don't think we'll switch for quite a while, so yeah, we're doing pretty good at least. Hello, Lobster. Hello, welcome back. How's the lobsters going? Oh, is that a pipe? Can we enter this? Mama.
Smells like Drilly's room.
Ooh, Mamma Mia. Am I right, chat? Not this game again? What do you mean? This game's peak. Oh. Not a bad thing though. It's not too dead. Oh, I'm dying. Ooh. I need to be quick. Oh yeah, we can't go that way. God, this is actually awful. Okay. What's the point in this if I can't use it? I saw someone called Bad Lobster who might have my interest. I'm scared. It's like the evil version of you, possibly. Evil Lobster. Is that? Who's that at the end of the tunnel? Okay. Quackhead? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen someone say that before. It's crazy. This is a new bit. Yeah, it's a new area we're in. Oh, okay.
This game is what's happening in my head while I'm sleeping, by the way.
I don't think that's a good thing. Dude, I'm stuck. Okay. I am stuck in this small little section of the thing. Gee, I wonder what this is. Okay. Thank you, Noodle, for sharing the live. Sent it to my DM. Who was that? Oh, it's James. Like the Terraria YouTuber? What? Am I... Lobster, what the fuck are you on about? What? It's a song that you mentioned? Right. Oh, is that what he was on about earlier? The song lyrics? Right, okay. I think we should let's not bring that up again. Please don't bring that up, because that's just a bit strange. What the fuck, man? Thank you, McTender, for the hydrate. Jesus. Yeah, Chroma, don't be telling people to look up the lyrics for that. That's probably not a good thing. What the fuck? So that's an actual... Thank you for the Thomas Pato. Okay. Well, I missed... don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Evan. We're playing Garn 47. It's the game that I'm gonna see in my nightmares for years now. Oh, okay. Oh! Do I spin this? I don't know what I'm doing. I actually don't know what I'm doing. Who told you to play this? Victor did.
I can't wait for you to get fatally ill and have fever dreams of this game.
Was it even supposed to be? I don't even know. All I know is this is us. We're Garn. This is who we play as. See, I'm gonna be on my deathbed. I'm gonna get visions of this game. Oh, what's this guy? What even is this? Don't worry about it, Hydra. Don't even worry about it at this point. I don't even know what... The door knocking doesn't help. Do you remember me talking about my old colleague? I think you've talked to me about a couple of your colleagues.
Like roguelike, but instead of powers, you collect collectibles.
Is this one you went like party or like went out to drink with like a few weeks ago? I remember you told me something about that. How you were going out drinking with an old colleague, or was it like a party or something? That might have been a few months ago, actually. But okay. What's this thing? I see something here. Hoops, I think. This was last year? Oh. I don't think I'll remember then. What does the red gem of death do? Oh. What's the aim here? I'm gonna be honest. Not too sure, but we'll find out along... I know there's multiple endings. Who's... thank you for the Stephen Wingman. Oh, hang on, let me message. Okay. Oh, there's coins here. We need to collect these coins, don't we? What is that? Oh. Endings, where do you even start? And that's the thing about this game, it doesn't really tell you. You sort of just have to explore on your own. I think that's kind of...
Direct all questions to me, Jay.
Okay. Um. Totally Garnular. Yeah, I don't know. I think the creator of the game was. How would you rate the game? Like out of 10? I 6.5. They've definitely put in effort. Oh, is this guy getting crushed? Oh, okay. I see now, Noodle. I see your message. Oh, yeah, I do remember him. That is, that is kind of weird. I have to admit, that's what. I don't know, man. Some people, I guess. That is weird. Oh, what is this thing? It's like eyes. Please do Rangers? What do you mean Rangers? Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Noodle. I remember you... What's it called? That is... Hang on, I need to message Noodle something as well. Okay. Is Noodle your best friend? Yes, we're best friends. Okay. What does this plane do? Apparently nothing. Do my homework? No. Homework in the Big 25. I've hit Unk status. Oh, what? Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay, oops. What to have for my tea? That I'm not too sure. Well, that's very lovely. I've just been spilled tea chat, and let's just say it's fresh. That's school in 2022. That's the... What's it called? How old are you again, Revan, if you're able to say? I don't know if I've asked you before, because that's when I left school, at least. Because that's when I, like, fully graduated. 20 December? Oh, so you're... Okay, so you're, like... What's it called? A year younger than me. You're 05 then. Yeah, because I'm 04 and then I left in 2020 as well. But I was like fully graduated then. Ooh, what's in here? Nine in college? I was in college. For a couple of years actually. How old is you? I am 21. Okay, I can't enter this, whatever this is. Oh, this. Old enough to drive? It depends on the country, because in the UK, I think you can start driving at 17, I think? I'm not too sure. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna just... Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I've just blocked him. That's not the first time he's said something weird on the stream. He was the guy getting people to search up like weird song lyrics earlier. And now he's just fucking said, oh, date my sister. Like, that's just fucking weird, man. What is up with some people today? Check your block list for my TM. Wait, your TM or? Oh, I responded to your message. What's it called? Yeah, that's the name for the guy you're asking for. But that's what I can't remember his exact TikTok name. Exact account. I don't. Hang on, let me see if I can. I don't know actually how to view blocked lists on TikTok. Hang on. It's in settings. Okay. Did you hear DC's making a Clayface horror movie? Oh. Okay, let's see. Settings and privacy. Is it in? Okay, I got 2%. I gotta do this quickly. Thank you, Revan, for the heart me as well. Thank you, the heart me. I do appreciate that. Muted accounts, is that? Almost got scared there. Oh, hello, Harry Collects. Welcome to the stream. I think I'll have to get off of stream, Victor, because I have no clue. Oh, well, there we go. I think that confirms your suspicion, at least. Ted, you're too young to be watching TikTok, and I think you're too young to be watching the streams, man. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Yeah, you're way too young to be on TikTok, dude. I do apologize, Ted. I do apologize, man. Okay. Yeah. How was it? Okay. Thought you didn't ban for age. Some people we do have to ban just because, like, they're too young. Is he like 6? I think he's 12. He said he was 12, and what's it called? We have to like ban him from the Discord and stuff, because if we allow people like that in the Discord, for example, that can get the whole Discord server banned. And I'm gonna be honest, considering like the jokes like that get made on stream sometimes and stuff like that, I don't think he should be on the stream. Because like he shouldn't be on TikTok in the first place. Like if TikTok finds out his account, like what's it called? What's the minimum age? Minimum age for using TikTok is 13. That's the same for like all social media. 13 3 months. Listen, I know it's in 3 months, but that still doesn't like mean like that shouldn't mean he gets the pass though. Well, this stream. For the stream, I'd say it's the same, like, what's it called? I know there's sometimes jokes made, but we try and keep it, like, family friendly. Like, you know, we no one's saying, like, horrendous jokes and stuff like that. And if, like, people say weird shit, they get banned, so, you know, people from, like, what's it called? People can still watch it. Free Ted, listen, it's just how this stuff is, man, okay? He's not gonna get unbanned and stuff like that. Yeah. Troll people first and after fun, bruh. Someone just messed me up, weirdo called... Oh, what is this? Oh no. What's your favorite flavor of Red Bull? I don't drink Red Bull. I do apologize. Okay. Prime? I do not drink Prime. Oh my god. Dude, where am I going? Do I get a promotion for noticing it's not? We don't really offer many promotions now, but I'll consider it. Echo, can we just leave it now? Okay. Dude, where am I going? Oh, I can move in this. Okay. Dude, this game is this is... Cause that's the exit, but I don't want to go to the exit. I want to follow through the maze. Okay. Oh, okay. See, that looks like it'd be the exit over there. Oh, is that the exit? Dude, I don't know what's going on. Or I guess what I just did? What's up, Brandon? What's up? How are you doing? Oh, are we in an office now? I stubbed my toes? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon, man. Just been on COD for the past 4 hours? Oh, which COD? Oh. Is it meant to be a horror game? I don't think so. I wouldn't class it like a horror game. It's like,
Less than 3.
It's like, I don't know. It's not scary, but it's very, like, unsettling, and it's very strange. Modern Warfare? Oh, like Modern Warfare 3, or... That's pretty epic, though. I'm playing Lego Star Wars? Alright, I hope you're enjoying it. Dude, I feel like I'm way too sober to be playing this. Okay. What about the flying houses over here? You don't drink? I don't. But the amount of, like, crazy shit that goes on in this game...
you play when you're above the clouds.
Yeah, when you're above the clouds. I think that would be the best way to play this game, because... I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's going on here. My bed is so comfy right now. That is winter for you. Yeah, I've noticed, Victor. I've noticed as well. I don't know if I could. It would be kind of funny to stream like that. I'm going out. Bye. I'll see you around, Lobster. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day. But what's it called? I have thought about the idea before. I think it would be kind of funny. I haven't tried it before, but I'd be down to do something like with friends. If it was like with friends or something, then probably I'd do it. If it was like in a safe place, you know, and it was like good stuff, then that would be fine. But I think that'd be like the sort of extent of it. Because I feel like if it was on, like, if I was doing it on stream, I feel like some people would fuck with me on purpose and they'd be like, oh yeah, there's bugs in your skin, get them out, or something like that. Like, I feel like that's what would happen if I were to do it, like, on stream. Local town? Okay, no, not like that, no. Would not be doing it in town centre. God, there's already so many people in my town who smell like that. Like, it's annoying, to be fair. There's bugs on your skin. It's smelling... No, I said I haven't tried it yet. But I'd be down to try it with, like, friends or something. No way, bruh. Are you drinking stream? I don't know if I drink on stream. Like, I feel like that would be a recipe for disaster. It's legal in Scotland to get legally. Is it? No way. Who even are you? What? I'm not playing Labubu Funk, no. Oh, you mean like medical stuff? I think, yeah, medical stuff is like different, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Boring comments? Oh, boo-hoo. If you want interesting comments, then you can piss off. What do you think of the echo? Pretty interesting. Can we help this dead guy? This guy's just so been dead the whole game. Not having a slander. It just gets annoying sometimes. Especially when it's coming from people who have like no profile picture and some like random ass name. It's like you don't get to call other people boring when you just have that as your personality. Minecraft stream? I don't know when I'm doing the next Minecraft stream. These chemicals harm me. This game is not good for my sanity. This game is not... It's not... I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm called Lobster and I have a random profile picture. Yeah, but it's better than that guy. His is just like symbols and emojis, and his profile picture is... It's just nothing. Will this harm me? I think playing this game will probably harm you, yeah. I think playing this game is gonna cause like extreme harm to your brain. I will say that right now. Oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna block that guy. Well, as fun as this stream was, I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It was fun to get like at least one of the endings at least because that was pretty chill. But this is. Talk to you later, always take care. I'll see you around, Brandon. I'll see you around. What was the ending? I don't remember. If I'm honest with you, the information of what the ending was has left my brain. Did you take care of the other Earl? Crap, no, I didn't manage to catch that in time. If I scroll up. Okay, yeah, I found it. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for the awesome stream. I'm not too sure what I'll stream tomorrow. I want to do another horror game, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. But thank you guys for the awesome stream, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you all have a good night, and goodbye. Chicken butt.